Navarrete dominates Eduardo Nunez. To me, I didn't even know the fight was happening. I just called it on YouTube, and this guy Navarrete, I've seen him fight before. I've seen him lose to Barincic, and I saw his fights prior to the Barincic loss. And to me, he's a very talented offensive fighter. He throws punches similar to Ryan Garcia, but with less power. And when I say that, I mean he opens himself up. He takes a lot of risk, but he opens himself up every time he throws combination. He has a nice long jab, but the one thing where I question this performance in this fight is the fact that the man went up to 135, right? He's 5'7", 72-inch reach. Big guy, big frame. He went up to 135, lost to Barincic. And it's like he could continue to compete at lightweight and get bigger fights at lightweight, but I don't think he was comfortable at lightweight. At 130, he's clearly the larger opposition. He's clearly the weight bully at 130. And he was able to dominate Nunez, who couldn't deal with the size. And Nunez was tough enough, right, to the point where he's out there with one eye and he's still going and he's throwing body shots. He probably won 2 or 3 rounds. Most of the fight he got dominated because it took him so long, took him up into the 6th round to realize, man, if I don't get on the ball, if I don't fight back, I'm just going to get knocked out. I'm just going to get stepped on. So eventually the man is like, all right, I got to fight this guy no matter how big he is. But by then it was too late. If Nunez came out from round 1 fighting like that, it would have been a more competitive fight, but I think he still would have lost. On the inside, Navarrete would just put up the L guard, hold the phone, and let Nunez really punch on him because he was so much bigger and stronger. Nunez really couldn't hurt him. Now, Nunez probably landed 1 or 2 good shots catching Navarrete in the middle of punching, which is the best time to catch him, but that happened few and far in between. Nunez wasn't a good enough counter puncher to really back up the larger man. He also didn't work his jab good enough. He kind of wanted to come in with a lot of combinations when he did throw, but he would be way too close. He would smother his own work. But the fact of the matter is, Navarrete, to me, he's too big for 130. He's going to continue to dominate while he's there. They said he got a nutritionist to make weight, and he said he made weight easily. But the reason why he got a nutritionist is because it's getting harder to make weight. So luckily that there's that science out there, that knowledge to get these bigger guys down into the weight class where they feel comfortable. But if he's going to be competing at 130, I believe that a guy like O'Shaquie Foster, he wants to fight Raymond Ford. But I think that Navarrete would be the better fight for him. Why not tap into the Mexican audience? Raymond Ford is fighting under Eddie Hearn, but is he really big in the UK like that? Is he really a big challenge right now? Who knows? I think Navarrete is a fight for O'Shaquie Foster. If Navarrete is going to be at 130, that's a fight where Foster could get, some money, get that Mexican fan base, and really get his name out there some more. Navarrete, always a fun guy to watch. Once again, very offensive, but he does leave himself open. And he's going to struggle whenever he gets in front of a really good counterpuncher, like a O'Shaquie Foster. So, I don't know. Let's just see what the future holds for Navarrete. I like the fight. This was a tough fight. I like Eduardo Nunez, the way he fought with one eye. He's out there, pop eye, one eye, and still going. The way he tried to attack the body, the way that he didn't just give up because he was losing the first 5 rounds, and the way that he didn't back down from the larger man. I mean, this guy, Navarrete, was just way bigger than him. Way bigger than him. But when Navarrete fought somebody his own size and Dennis Barincic, it wasn't as competitive. So there's some things I think Navarrete could work on so he can go to lightweight, make more money, fight better competition, and be an even bigger name in the sport. But as long as he's at 130, he's going to do well as long as he avoids counter punches like O'Shaquie Foster. But maybe he fights Foster and proves me wrong. But once again, Foster should be looking for the Navarrete fight, not the Raymond Ford fight, in my opinion. And y'all let me know what y'all think.